been looking for a place that I'd rather be. I've been searching for my own destiny. I raise my gun to the sky and scream out loud. This is my life, this is my hope, this is what I stand for. Now it's the time to let it all. We are the young ones that fight for survival. We will watch it like a night of a fighter. We are the young ones that fight for survival. We will watch it like a night of a fighter. We will watch it like a night of a I've been looking for a place that I'd rather be. I've been searching for my own destiny. I raise my gun to the sky and scream out loud. This is my life, this is my hope, this is what I stand for. Now it's the time to let it all. We are the young ones that fight for survival. We will watch it like a night of a fighter. We are the young ones that fight for survival. We will watch it like a night of a fighter. We will watch it like a night of a not to lose the game. The darkest night is always seen. Wait on the nothing, we're face to face. I've heard about you, you know about me. Already enough not to lose the game. The darkest night is always seen. Wait on the nothing, we're face to face. I've heard about you, you know about me. Already enough not to lose the game. No way, no way, nobody not to lose the game. No way, no way, nobody not to lose the game. Not to lose the game. Not to lose the game. Lose the game. Lose the game. Lose the game. Not to lose the game. The darkest night is always seen. Wait on the nothing, we're face to face. I've heard about you, you know about me. Already enough not to lose the game. Let's wait stay forever in this embrace, mixing the sunrise with the ocean breeze. No, no, not to lose the game. 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 Not to lose the game. Not to lose the game. Lose the game. Lose the game. Not to lose the game. Lose the game. Lose the game. Lose the game. Not to lose the game.
I used to dream about money, about a big house, but all I want is you. Your touch of fire when you love me, desirable, attainable, yeah, all I want is you. We are all the same, fame, attention, confirmation. Why do we care? What is it worth? What is it all worth? We are all the same. We want to be loved, but that is not the same as being loved by you. We are all the same. We want to be loved, but that is not the same as when I'm by you, by you. I used to dream about a cruiser that drove against the wind, but all I want is you. I know that fire when you touch me, my vision gets so dimmed. Yeah, all I want is you. We are all the same, fame, attention, confirmation. Why do we care? What is it worth? What is it all worth? We are all the same. We want to be loved, but that is not the same as being loved by you. We are all the same. We want to be loved, but that is not the same as when I'm loved by you. By you. By you. What is it all worth? We are all the same. We want to be loved, but that is not the same as being loved. By you. By you.
I left my job, my boss, my car, and my home. I'm leaving for a destination I still don't know. Somewhere nobody must have duties at all. And if you like this, you can follow me. So let's go. Follow me. And let's go to the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me. We can go to a paradise of love and joy, a destination unknown.
I've been lost here, neath the neon lights. come clean. Let go all the things that you bring, 'cause they bind memories that will keep you from traveling free. Lay it all down, lay it all down when you go low. Lay it all down, go low, go low, go low. Lay it all down, go low. Lay it all down, go low. hard to tell. I'm quite damn sure that I'm on my way to hell. At least that's what my father said. And I may not believe in God, 'cause the whole damn thing seems pretty odd to me. I don't know what to believe. I don't think that we're supposed to have the answers. I can't imagine thinking everything I know is right. Tell me where's the room to grow. I'm only human and I'm trying my best to value truth more than I value having peace of mind. It's Robin's Quiz, starring Robin. Got a green screen and a PowerPoint with lots of knowledge. It's Friday night, starring Robin. Grab your husband, wife, or kids. It's time for answering questions. I just hope there's no Star Wars round tonight. Robin's Quiz.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's quiz. Hello to everyone who's sent messages so far in the comments. Lovely to see you all here, all keen and raring to go on this golden dark Friday night. Just in case we've got anybody new here, a few people have mentioned to me that there might be new people coming tonight. If so, what we've got is we've got 6 rounds of questions, and we'll go through them 2 at a time. I'll give you 2 rounds of questions, then we'll do the answer for those 2 rounds, and we'll make our way through all 6 rounds in that fashion. Good evening, Captain Question. I just need to come a little bit closer for a second because I can't quite read your comments. It's a little bit small. Make it a little bit bigger. I should be able to read it from where I'm standing. There we go. And make that my active window. I always forget that bit. There we go. Oh, good morning, Miles. Good to see you here at the start. So, I hope everyone is looking forward and raring to go. Chris, you say you're raring to go already. Fantastic stuff. As always, do keep in touch with me in the comments as you already are. That's terrific. So do chat to me as we go through. And I think without further ado, let's get started with round 1. Round 1 is our general knowledge round. So I've got 10 questions and it's 1 point each. So question number 1. Name any of the moons of the dwarf planet Pluto. There are 5 of them. So, question number 1. Name any of the 5 moons of the dwarf planet Pluto. Any one of the 5. Ed Miles says the future's bright as he's talking to us on 28th. Is it as orange as my t-shirt? Question number 2. Which UN recognized country is named for the precious metal silver? Question number 2. Which UN recognized country is named for the precious metal silver? I don't know if my camera's wonky or not, or am I just standing wonky? Question number 3. In what year, plus or minus 5, did the former Kingdom of Hawaii join the United States? Question number 3. In what year, plus or minus 5, did the former Kingdom turned Republic of Hawaii join the USA? Hello to the lockdowners. Are you reduced or not tonight, Andrea? Good to see you. Okay, question number 4. The current Pope is Pope Francis, but which number Pope is he? Is he A, 104th, B, God, I've made that a bit small for me from this distance on that colour. So A, 104th, B, 139th, C, 184th, D, 222nd, or E, 266th? So the current Pope of Pope Francis, which number Pope is he of these 5 options? Hello, Stu. Hello, Eva. So it is reduced lockdowners. Missing a couple there, I think. Okay. Question number 5. Which English king was beheaded after the English Civil War? Question number 5. Which English king was beheaded after the English Civil War? Okay, question number 6. In The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it is revealed that despite what we think, humans are only the 3rd most intelligent species on planet Earth. Name either of the other 2 races which are more intelligent than us. So, question number 6. In The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it is revealed that despite what we think of ourselves, humans are only the 3rd most intelligent species on planet Earth. Name either of the 2 races more intelligent than us. Dad says, I'm thinking of renaming our team the Disgruntled Third Tier. You could call yourself League One. That's the 3rd tier, isn't it? I think I just made a football reference. If somebody write that down, that doesn't happen often. Okay, question number 7. What is the name of this painting? So, what is the name of this painting? If I come sort of straight on, come forward a bit, I can sort of join him. Although I am cutting off my own head. It'll be shorter. I'll mirror her. So, question 7. What is the name of this painting? And question number 8, related. What's the name of the artist? Question number 8. The name of the artist of this painting. And question number 9. What famous medal in Britain originated in the Crimean War? Question number 9. What famous medal in Britain originated in the Crimean War? Oh, Nick, please can you show 2 and 3 again, as you were a bit late joining? No problem. I'll leave this question up for a little bit. Oh, sorry, I'm poking this guy in the face. Sorry, mate. There you go. It's all right. I'll give this up for a little bit longer, and I'll flick back in a second. Okay, let's just flick back quickly for, I assume, Nick and Susie's team. So here are questions 2 and 3 again. So here are our first 3 questions. When you say 2 and 3, do you mean slides or questions? Here's questions anyway. So question 2 was, which UN recognized country is named for the precious metal silver? And 3, in what year, plus or minus 5, did the former kingdom turned Republic of Hawaii join the USA? Nick raises a great point here. If you do want to see any questions again, please do just let me know in the comments. Very happy to flick back. No problem at all. Okay, I think that's probably long enough for a repeat there. So let's continue our way on to our final question for round 1, which is question number 10. So in what year, I like these rounds, I know I like these questions, I know I always have them, but I do like them. So in what year was the 18th Amendment to the US Constitution, which prohibits alcohol, passed? Estonia and Latvia became independent separately. The German Workers' Party was renamed the Nazi Party. Joan of Arc is canonized, i.e. recognized as a saint. Warren G. Harding won the US election, becoming the president-elect. And Pope John Paul II was born. So, in what year did all of these events occur? Okay, that was our last question for round 1. As always, if you want to see any again, let me know and I'll flick back. But in the meantime, I think we'll proceed on to round number 2. So round number 2 is mixed up faces. I'm going to show you 10 pictures where we have 2 celebrities whose faces have been mixed together. Half a point for each you identify. So 1 point for each mashup, 10 points in total to get. So I'll show you 10 pictures. Each of those pictures is a combination of 2 celebrity faces. Just tell me who's in those faces. Half a point for each celebrity identified. Okay, so mixed up face. Number 1 is. So which 2 celebrities make up that face? Okay, and here's mixed up face number 2. Okay, on to our next two. So here is face number 3. And face number 4. Okay. Our next one, I apologise, number 5. I apologise for your eyes, Paul. Here's number 6. Does that make it better? Okay. On to our next one. Face number 7. So which 2 celebrities make up this face? And number 8. Give you a moment. I'm going to open my window. It's getting very warm in here. Under the lights. That's better. Okay then. And on to our final 2. Face number 9. I have no idea what you're possibly referring to, Paul. No idea at all. And our final set of mixed up faces, face number 10. As always, if you need to see any of them again, please let me know. Happily flick back. Tonight I'll mainly be drinking Kraken, Black Spice Rum and Coke. Two again, no problem, Andrew. If anyone else needs to see any, do let me know. Live mixology. Off camera. Okay, number 2. Number 2 was here. Okay, do let me know if you need to see any more, or we'll move on to our answers for the first 2 rounds. Stephanie, we're actually number 10, no problem. Here we go. There you go. Here's 9 and 10 again. Okay, I'm not seeing any requests for any others. So I'll give you 10 seconds more. Give you a chance to say if you do need any others. And then we'll move on to our answers for rounds 1 and 2. What I should do is actually put clock sort of right here, right next to me. The idea being I can actually look and count this more accurately rather than counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, which is what I generally do. Okay, that is our time then. That's our first 2 rounds. So, without further ado, here's our answers to round 1, which was general knowledge. Question number 1, name any of the moons of the dwarf planet Pluto. They are Charon, Styx, Nix, Kerberos, and Hydra. So, Charon, Styx, Nix, Kerberos, and Hydra. Named any one of those, you get the point. Now, see, Charon is the second, well, after Pluto, it's the second biggest body in that system. And it's so large in comparison to Pluto that they actually orbit around a central point which is outside the planet because they're so similar in size. They kind of orbit each other. Pluto's slightly bigger, but the actual spot they pivot around is between the two of them. Number 2. Which UN recognized country is named for the precious metal silver? That is Argentina. Argent being Latin for silver. Argentina for question number 2. Number 3. In what year, plus or minus 5, did the former kingdom turned republic of Hawaii join the USA? Now, there's actually 2 answers here that I'm going to accept. There's the annexation date, when the USA annexed Hawaii, which happened in 1898, or the admission of Hawaii as a state, which was in 1959. So I've given you the ranges down there. If you named a year in either of those 2 ranges, that's the point. You had such disagreement. Wow, we had such disagreement. What did you have disagreement about, Paul? Tell me more. Turns out we're all right. Was that about Hawaii? I'm guessing that's about Hawaii. Okay. Yes, you're but yep. Paul was adamant it was the 50s. Dan said 1900. Yes, both correct. It did join the USA. It was annexed in 1889 and then admitted as a state in 59. So, moving on, question number 4. The current Pope is Pope Francis, but which number Pope is he? Of these, he is the 266th. The 266th Pope, Pope Francis. You put 1955 because I'm louder at present. I think it's probably for the best of everyone else in the channel that you and Dan don't get into a who's louder competition. Question number 5. Which English king was beheaded after the English Civil War? Charles I. So it was Charles I who lost his head. Number 6. In The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 2 species are revealed to be more intelligent than humans. Name either of them. They are dolphins and mice. Dolphins are smarter because they just realise that it's better to mess around in the water all day. And mice are actually this dimension's version of trans-dimensional beings. They're fun books, I like those. So yes, question number 6, dolphins and mice. If you said dolphins or mice, you get the point. 42. 13 times 9, 42. Question number 7. Oh, do you get an extra point for knowing both? Says my dad. I'm afraid not, Dad. Question number 7. What is the name of this painting? This painting is American Gothic. And who was it painted by? For number 8, it was painted by Grant Wood. Number 9. Which famous medal in Britain originates in the Crimean War? That is the Victoria Cross. And to this day, the Victoria Cross medals are made out of the, I want to say iron, I could be wrong with that, of captured Russian guns from the Crimean War. So every Victoria Cross is made out of melted down Russian guns from that war. And finally, number 10. In what year did all of these events occur? All of these events occurred in 1920, 100 years ago today. Are they made of bronze? Thank you, Dad. I could not remember. I do know they're made of melted down cannons, as Paul has pointed out, from Sevastopol, which is one of those place names that you say quickly to hope that no one tries to correct your pronunciation. Sevastopol. Then you just sort of hand wave it away. So add up your points from round 1 and let me know in the comments how you're getting on. And then we'll have a look at our answers for round number 2. 8 out of 10 for the Monktons. It's a good score. Very good score. Nine out of 10 for the Lockdowners. 7 out of 10 for the Hazes. Oh no, David, 5 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for the Edmondses. 8 out of 10 for Nick. Do you want me to call it your Nick's team or Susie's team? Do you have a preferred name? The Hunter Joneses? The Jones Hunters? To be honest, Team Hunter, that's a pretty cool name. 9 out of 10 for the Serious Professionals. Well played. Sean is very upset because we voted them down and how many popes there have been. I'm sorry to hear that, Sean. I should have guessed that the popes would be a specialist subject for you, I guess. Hunter Jones. Susie said it should be her, though. Hunter Jones it is. Okay, moving on. Round number 2 are mixed up faces. I quite like these. I think they're quite good fun. So our first face was this happy chappy. And this guy is made up of Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber. So mix up number 1, Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber, both the Justins. Number 2, this rather scary looking one. This is made up of Emma Watson and Russell Brand. So face number 2, Emma Watson and Russell Brand. So in this round you get half a point for every celebrity you identify. So if you had one of the Justins and Emma Watson, you'd half a point for each. Sean's logic was they all died in their 30s. Therefore, they have to have been more popes. All died in their 30s. I guess they never had long reigns because they're generally older. But anyway, number 3. Quite recognisable, I think. Leonardo DiCaprio, but with Sean Penn. So face number 3, Sean Penn and Leonardo DiCaprio. Number 4, 2 funny men, Jack Black and Jason Bateman. You can see Jason Bateman around the eyes. Because well, that was Emma Watson and Kate Winslet. I take your word for it, Miles. So, number 4, Jack Black and Jason Bateman. Number 5. Oh, this absolute monster. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. I apologise for Paul's eyes. Number 6. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. I think Arnie's quite recognisable there. But you can see Stallone around the chin. Number 7. You love the Trump Clinton one. It's terrifying, isn't it? Okay, number 7. This lady is made up of Britney Spears and Cher. Number 7, Britney Spears and Cher. Number 8. Now, I'll be honest, one of these guys I don't recognise. One of them I do. Penguins. It's Benedict Cumberbatch, but with Christoph Waltz. Could somebody tell me who Christoph Waltz is? I don't know. I'd appreciate that in the comments. I don't actually know. So if anyone got Christoph Waltz, you have my congratulations, because I have no idea who he is. Number 9. Hey, well done, David, for getting Christoph Waltz. He's in Django Unchained. He's a Bond baddie. Thank you, Paul. Good to know. Mix up number 9. This one's for Matt. It's Rihanna and Katy Perry. He's an actor, darling. Thanks, Nina. So number 9, Rihanna and Katy Perry. Oh, he was in Bond, Down to, and Inglourious Basterds. There you go. Thank you, everyone. Final one, number 10. Anthony Hopkins with Bill Murray. So final one, number 10. Anthony Hopkins and Bill Murray. Half a point for each celebrity identified. The hold your hands up over the bits you don't recognise method is 100% successful. Now, I haven't got enough green screen to do that for you, I don't think. Maybe I can get... How far can I get? You see, I lose my hand there. I can cover an eye. Okay, just in case you missed any of those, here are all 10 up on the screen. And you're dropping in your scores already. Do let me know what your totals are at the end of round 2. Good grief. Clean sweep, 10 out of 10 for the CS Professionals, putting them on a very strong 19. 9.5 for the Monktons. That's a very good score for that round as well. Chris Hayes' team, 6 out of 10, putting them on 13. Well played. I thought they were really hard. I'll be honest. Big thanks to those who recognise Russell Brand's chin. There's one of those sentences you don't really expect. Hunter Jones's on 16 out of 20. David Whitehead's team 12. Reduced Lockdown as 16.5 out of 20. So it's looking like number 5. Number 5, Blame the Pixelation. 12.5 out of 20 for David's team. So, Serious Professionals, quite a lead, 19 out of 20. Next nearest score I can see there being the Reduced Lockdowners, 2.5 points behind on 16.5. Let's see how that goes as the quiz carries on. So Edmonds is 14 out of 20. Could we have some from when there were only black and white films, please? I will make a note of it. I'll see what I can do. So moving on, let's take a look at round number 3. Round number 3, close to my heart. All about sci-fi villains. So I've got 10 questions about sci-fi villains. 1 point per question. So question number 1 for sci-fi villains. Which former Maxwell House spokesman and star of Fantasy Island played the part of Khan in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan? Question number 1. Which former Maxwell House spokesman and star of Fantasy Island played the part of Khan in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan? Thank you, Ollie. I will be honest, when it comes to the mixed up faces, I am kind of reliant on the ones I can find on the internet and steal. If they're not something I put together myself. I could, but it's a lot easier just to steal them. But I will have a look and see if I can find some other ones. They are a fun round, I do like that. Question number 2. Rutger Hauer played the part of villain Roy Batty in which 1982 cult classic? Question number 2. Rutger Hauer played the part of villain Roy Batty in which 1982 cult classic? Number 3. Who played the part of the Joker in The Dark Knight, which was released months after his death? Question number 3. Who played the part of the Joker in The Dark Knight, which was released months after his death? Okay, question number 4. What actor, who was once reported to be dating Taylor Swift, played the part of Loki Odinson in the Thor and Avengers films? Number 4. Which actor, who was once reported to be dating Taylor Swift, played the part of Loki Odinson in the Thor and Avengers films? Odinson? 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 All acceptable, I think. You know who I mean. Number 5. Which actor was the distinctive voice of Darth Vader in the Star Wars films? Number 5. Which actor was the distinctive voice of Darth Vader in the Star Wars films? Number 6. In the 1971 movie A Clockwork Orange, who played the character of Alex, who dressed in the now iconic attire of white overalls, combat boots, and bowler hat? Number 6. In the 1971 movie A Clockwork Orange, who played the character of Alex, who dressed in the now iconic attire of white overalls, combat boots, and bowler hat? Moving on. Number 7. What was the name of the villain in the 1980 sci-fi film Flash Gordon? Number 7. What was the name of the villain in the 1980 sci-fi film Flash Gordon? Number 8. What J.R.R. Tolkien villainous character spoke in an idiosyncratic manner, often referring to himself in the third person? So question number 8. What J.R.R. Tolkien villainous character spoke in an idiosyncratic manner, often referring to himself in the third person? I'm getting accusations that that's not sci-fi. Fair. It is fantasy. I could have put sci-fi and fantasy villains. Oh, I love you too, buddy. Shame? Thanks, Jules. Kind. Question number 9. In the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West flies on her broom over what city, demanding that the citizens surrender Dorothy? Question number 9. In the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West flies on her broom over what city, demanding the citizens surrender Dorothy? And Paul says in the comments here, Gandalf in space! I'd watch that. Or read that. Or play it in a video game. Not picky. The question number 10, final question for round 3. In the 1978 film Superman, the villain Lex Luthor was played by which actor? Question number 10, final question for the round. In the 1978 film Superman, the villain Lex Luthor was played by which actor? As always, if you need to see any questions again, please let me know. Happily flip back. Otherwise, we'll head on to round number 4. Can I remember what round that is? Yes, I remember what 4 is. Terrible, really. I only finished putting this together last night, and I've already forgotten what the rounds are. Okay, not seeing any comments about any repeats. So let's move on to round number 4. And round number 4, picture round. Know your logos. I'm going to show you 10 well-known logos. I'm going to show you 2 varieties of each. And you have to tell me which one is correct. 1 point for each one you get right. So, 10 logos. Tell me which one of the 2 I show you is the correct logo. So, number 1 is IKEA. Is IKEA's logo A or B? So which of these is the correct logo, A or B? Number 2. Which of these logos is correct, A or B? Okay. Number 3. A or B? And number 4. Number 5. A or B? And number 6. Again, A or B? Okay, number 7. A or B? And number 8. A or B? Now, every time I see the Denon logo, A or B, I honestly can't remember which one it is anyway. I'm reminded of when I first added my good friend Dan's number into my mobile and saved him in my contacts, because his surname is Bynon, but I misspelt it and I put an E on the end. So every time I sort of think of Dan, I have a tendency to think of Bynon, which tickles me, something chronic. So which of these logos is correct, A or B? Unsubscribe, Dad. Oh, you hurt me. He's upset I associate him with yogurt. No, it's the other way around. I associate yogurt with him. He takes the priority over the yogurt. Number 9. A or B? So which of these is correct, A or B? And final one, number 10. A or B? As always, if you want to see any of them again, please let me know and I will flick back. Why no Chateau Latour de Cholet? That would have involved me redesigning the logo myself, and I ran out of time. So yes, do let me know in the comments if you want to see any of them again. Otherwise, we'll go on to our answers for rounds 3 and 4. Copyright in the logo. The owners of Cholet are famously litigious. I'll let them speak for themselves. I think they might be here. Okay, I'm not seeing requests to see any of these again, so let's take a look at our answers to round 3 and 4. So round 3 was our sci-fi villains. Question number 1, who played the role of Khan in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan? That was Ricardo Montalban, or Montalban. Excellent movie. Even if you're not a Star Trek fan, Star Trek II, watchable. Absolutely, it's a really, really good film. Definitely stands on its own. So question number 1, Ricardo Montalban. Number 2, Rutger Hauer played the part of villain Roy Batty in which 1982 cult classic? That was Blade Runner. Oh, David, are we agreeing that Star Trek II, best film ever? I am delighted to agree with you. And in fact, if I come over to my desk, I have my refit Enterprise right here. Keeps me company on my desk every day. So, question number 2, Blade Runner. Dem Nacelles, Paul, was a reference to the Enterprise D, and that's over here. Question number 3. Who played the part of the Joker in The Dark Knight, released months after his death? That was Heath Ledger. Question number 3, Heath Ledger. I thought the owners of Cholet were called Robotham, not litigious. Okay, question number 3, Heath Ledger. Question number 4. What actor who was once reported to be dating Taylor Swift played the part of Loki Odinson in the Thor and Avengers films? That was Tom Hiddleston. Question number 4, Tom Hiddleston. Played that part extremely well. There is a news article from before the first Thor film came out where they say Marvel's taken an unusual step, and Disney, having just bought Marvel, said they think it's a risky step casting 2 unknowns in the part of Thor and Loki, Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston. And they were prophesizing doom for casting these nobodies in these major roles. Number 5. Which actor was the distinctive voice of Darth Vader in the Star Wars films? That was, of course, James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones providing the voice of Darth Vader. And in the famous scene in Empire Strikes Back, he obviously recorded his lines later, and the person in the suit didn't know what the line was. Which is why he thought that Mark Hamill's response was a bit over the top. That film came out in the 80s. I probably could have said what the line was, but I don't want to spoil it. Question number 6. In the 1971 movie A Clockwork Orange, who played the part of Alex, who dressed in the now iconic attire of white overalls, combat boots, and bowler hat? That was Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell played the character of Alex. Number 7. What was the name of the villain in the 1980 sci-fi film Flash Gordon? That was, of course, Ming the Merciless. Played fabulously, of course. Oh no, I've completely forgotten the name. I can picture him. Brian Blessed. I got there. And number 8. What J.R. Tolkien villainous character spoke in an idiosyncratic manner, often referring to himself in the third person? That was, of course, Gollum. I will also accept Smeagol. So number 8, Gollum. Number 9. In the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West flies on her broom over what city, demanding the citizens surrender Dorothy? It's Emerald City. Number 9, Emerald City. Finally, for round number 3, number 10, in the 1978 film Superman, the villain Lex Luthor was played by which actor? Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman played Lex Luthor in Superman in 1978. So add up your scores and let me know how you're getting on at our midway point. I can see in the WhatsApp group that the Edmonds has got Gene Hackman. 9 out of 10 for the Monktons. Very good. Well played. Which one tripped you up, Nina? 10 out of 10 for David's team. Fantastic stuff. Good for us. You like sci-fi and fantasy. Same here. Love me a bit of sci-fi and fantasy. I mean, this round was kind of inspired by the fact I'm currently rereading Lord of the Rings. I've just got to the chapter on Treebeard in Two Towers. 10 out of 10 for the Lockdowners. Number 1, says Nina, was the one that tripped him up. Which one was that? Oh, Ricardo Montalban. Ah, no. If Dave's there, I'm very disappointed. 9 out of 10 for the Edmondses. Putting on 23 out of 30. 10 out of 10 for Chris Hayes' team. Only the second time ever. Well played indeed. Again, yes, toast that indeed. Well played. 7 out of 10 for the Hunter Joneses. Better than you thought you'd do. Good stuff. 10 out of 10 for the Serious Professionals. Good chapter, that one. It is a very good chapter. Pippin and Merry have just sat down on the step to explain to Treebeard about all their adventures so far. That's what I've got up to. I'm having a chapter a night before I go to bed. Really enjoying it. I've been occasionally reading a chapter to the Bump as well. Make sure Bump gets used to my voice. And listening to sci-fi and fantasy things. David Whitehead's team, 22.5 out of 30. Just half a point behind the Edmondses. And the Edmondses tied with the Hunter Joneses as well. Excellent stuff. Okay, let's take a look then at our logos round. So, which ones were correct? So, A and B here. Which of these is right? It is A. At 23 for Chris Hayes' team. We've got a nice little clump of teams all gathered around that 22-23 territory. Excellent stuff. I mean, that's at least 4 I can see within half point each other. Fabulous. Question number 1, the answer was A. Number 2, A or B? Again, A. Which honestly, when I put this together, I got this wrong. I assumed it would go from left to right, because that's how generally things go in Britain. No, it goes the other way. Jaguar, the right logo is A. Number 3. This one I think is quite easy, is of course A. One of the classic and most well-known logos in the world, London Underground. Number 4. Again, another internationally known logo. Correct one here is B. So 3A, 4B. Number 5. This one I thought was hard. I wouldn't have got this right. A again. The Feds in purple, the X in orange. So A. Number 6. Our Samsung logos. The correct one here is B. Number 7. WhatsApp's logo here. I suspect there's probably a few people who looked at their phones to double check this one. It's A. Just like to say bless you to Shelley, who I just heard sneeze downstairs. Number 8. Danone. It's B. Supposedly reminiscent of a smiling face. So 7A, 8B. Our final 2, number 9. Royal Mail, another straightforward one I believe, which is B. Nina says, do it. Do what? I'm intrigued. Can you clarify for that for me, Nina? So number 9, B. And finally, number 10. This one was hard, I thought. It's A again. Danone. Oh, my dad relaying a story here from FedEx. FedEx lost my brother's engagement ring in New York when he was going to propose at the top of the Empire State Building. It did turn up, and he was able to propose. He proposed in front of the tree at Rockefeller Center. That must be coming up to an anniversary of that, now I think about it, Tim. I don't even know if Tim's watching, but it must be because that was shortly before Christmas. So, yes. Thank you, David, prompting me on here. 9 out of 10, 31.5 out of 40 at the end of round 4, 2/3 through. Nina, 36.5. Chris Hayes, 10 out of 10 again. Well played indeed, 33 out of 40. Hunter Jones is 1 point behind on 32 with 9 out of 10. The Lockdowners with a clean sweep, 10 out of 10 as well, 36.5. Sam Snell, 10 out of 10 and didn't cheat for once. I assume that you never cheat, Sam, because I assumed if you did cheat, you'd get it perfect and you'd tell me. But well played indeed. Nice to see your comment. Thank you. Edmonds is 9 out of 10, 32 out of 40. So it does look like the serious professionals are still in the lead. Oh, it's a big argument about Heinz. Beans means Heinz. We're 9 out of 10. So they are on 38, which is our leading team, but only 1.5 points ahead of the Lockdowners, who are, as far as I can see, tied with the Monktons, also on 36.5. And 3.5 points behind them, we have the Haze's, who are currently leading. There's a little clump there going from 33 through 31. There's a few teams in that little space. Great stuff. I must figure out some way of getting these scores on screen at some point. Must give that more thought. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Excellent. So round number 5. Round number 5 is name the artist from the titles. I'm going to give you 2 song titles per question, and I want you to name the artist that performed those 2 songs. So 10 artists to identify from 2 song titles. 1 point per artist. Also, there is a bonus point available in this round. Actually, I'm feeling generous. Let's make it 2 bonus points, because even numbers are better. All of these artists have something in common. If you can tell me in the comments at the end when we do the answers, tell me in the comments what the link is, 2 bonus points. My dad says, I think I object to being called a little clump. Okay, that's fair. There is probably a better way of describing that. A close horse race. That better? Paul, yeah, they are. I've moved on. Remind me what that's about again? You don't mind? Anyway, let's get started with round number 5. Question number 1, round number 5. Which artist performed these 2 songs? 1. You Give Love a Bad Name and Always. So which artist performed these 2 songs? You Give Love a Bad Name and Always. Paul was saying yes, even numbers are better than odd numbers, yes. So question number 1, You Give Love a Bad Name and Always. Which artist performed these 2 songs? Question number 2. Behind Blue Eyes and Won't Get Fooled Again. Question number 2. Which artist performed Behind Blue Eyes and Won't Get Fooled Again? Question number 3. Haven't Met You Yet and Feeling Good. Question number 3. Who's performed Haven't Met You Yet and Feeling Good? Haven't Met You Yet, one of my guilty pleasures. Number 4. They long to be close to you, and please, Mr. Postman. Question number 4. They long to be close to you, and please, Mr. Postman. Which artist performed those two songs? And halfway point for this round, number 5. That's the Way Love Goes, and Together Again. Number 5. That's the Way Love Goes, and Together Again. Okay. As always, if you need to see them again, do let me know. Let's move on to our second set. So number 6. Sorted for ease and whiz, and common people. Number 6. Sorted for ease and whiz, and common people. Who performed those two songs? And number 7. I'm Out of Love, and Sick and Tired. So number 7. I'm Out of Love, and Sick and Tired. Okay, question number 8. Good riddance, time of your life, and welcome to paradise. Number 8. Good riddance, time of your life, and welcome to paradise. Number 9. Jolene and Islands in the Stream. Number 9. Jolene and Islands in the Stream. Who performed these two songs? And finally, number 10. No Sleep Till Brooklyn and Intergalactic. Number 10. Our final question for round number 5. No Sleep Till Brooklyn and Intergalactic. Who performed those two songs? If you need to see the first 5 again, please let me know. I'll happily flick back. If I'm terrible, I sort of follow on my phone, I have sort of my family chatting away about some of their answers, and I can also see what the CS professionals are talking about. And if they're your answers, Jules, I'm very impressed. Shush, we're trying to guess the link. Yes, thank you, Paul. That is a good reminder. So, all 10 of these artists share something in common. If you get the link right, 2 points. When do you guess the link? You can guess the link when we do the answers. So when we do the answers, I will ask you to put in the comments what you think the link is. Although I've now been put in a tricky situation because Chris has dived right out there and has got it right. They have never had a number one in the UK. These artists have never had a number one. He has said the answer a bit early. So what I'm going to do is, I'm feeling generous. Chris, you're going to get those 2 points. Well played indeed. Or, although I realise I'm now setting a precedent that any time now when I offer bonus points, everyone's going to just dive on it straight away. But that could be fun too, so let's see what happens. What I'm now going to do is move swiftly on to our final round, round number 6. So yeah, Chris Hayes' team, you get an extra 2 bonus points. Our 6th and final round. It is a music round, but it is movie music. I'm going to play you the intro to 10 tracks, and those tracks are very closely linked. In most cases, they are directly from movies. So I'm going to ask you to name the movie related to the track. So I'm going to play you a clip of music, and I want you to tell me which movie is related to that clip of music. As always, I will play each clip twice, so you get 2 chances to hear it. And as always, if you want to hear any of them again, please let me know, and I'll happily go back after we've heard all 10. So let's get started with track number 1. Which movie is related to this piece of music? That was track number 1. Let's hear it again. That was track number 1. So I want you to tell me which film is closely related to that piece of music. Okay, moving on. Track number 2. Track number 2. Which film is this related to? That's track number 2. Which film is it related to? Here it is again. Track 2. Track number 2. Okay. So track number 3. Again, name of the movie. That one is extremely quiet. Play it again. But it's very, very quiet. Here it is again. Number 3. Paul asks, do I have to be specific? For this one, no. This one, no. There is much yelling. So that was track number 3, which was very, very quiet. Track number 4. Let's take a listen. Which movie is related to? Again, not specific is fine. Track number 4. That's track number 4. Nearly dropped it. Caught it. Okay, moving on. Track number... Yes, David, just name the film. Just the film that these pieces of music are related to. Right. Track number 5 sounds like this. Track number 5. Name the film related to this track. Let's hear it again. I like that one. So I'm laughing there because I'm seeing in my family WhatsApp group that Dad is sending some of these. He's recording these and then sending them to other people to comment on. And in that one, he's just sent a picture. And my sister said, "We might need more than just a picture." which has tickled me. So that was number 5. Let's take a listen to the next one. Track number 6. Name the film this is related to. That was track 6. Name the film related to the piece of music. Track number 6. Let's hear it again. That was track number 6. Okay. Let's move on to number 7. Again, name the film related to the music. That was track number 7. Let's hear it again. Track 7. I'll hold my hands up. Originally, this round was going to be all classical music until I found this song and went, that's too much fun. Got to include that. So that was number 7. Okay. Track number 8. And this one, I do want you to be specific. This is related to a specific film. I want that film's title. Track number 8. Let's hear it again. That was track number 8. Dave says, "Nout wrong with synths." I'm inclined to agree, Dave. Teenage Robin, who wouldn't listen to anything which didn't have a guitar, bass, and drums in it, would disagree. Robin in his mid-30s, down with a bit of synth. So for number 8, I want a specific film. Okay. Moving on, let's take a listen to our penultimate question, track number 9. That was track number 9. Let's hear it again. That was track number 9. And our final one, track number 10. Let's take a listen. Track 10, especially for Paul. Here he is again. Andrea has requested number 5 again. So yes, if you'd like to hear any again, please let me know in the comments now. Nina has said, no dad dancing. I refuse. It's the only dancing I'm capable of. Not a dad. Well, not yet. Give me a couple of months. In ever decreasing amounts of time. So yes, if you want to hear any of them again, please let me know in the comments and I will go back and go through as many as you need. So 5, 7 and 9. Ah, Paul is quite right. It is a punctuation issue. No, dad dancing. So 5, 7 and 9 are the requests I've had so far. Any others, do let me know. Okay. So again, a reminder, we're after the films related to these pieces of music. No grammar issues here. 5, 7 and 9 are the requests I've had, so let's listen to those again. So here is track number 5. That was track number 5. Let's hear it again. That was track number 5. Okay, the next request was for number 7. Number 7 sounds like this. That was track number 7. When you're ready, let's hear it again. Track number 7. That was number 7. And our final repeat request was for track number 9. Let's hear it again. Track number 9. And that was number 9. Let's hear it again. Track number 9. And that was our final repeat request. If there are any others you'd like to hear again, please let me know in the comments now. Otherwise, we'll head on to our answers and we'll see how today's quiz has played out. Jules brought the house down by claiming Michael Caine was in Zoolander. We're still recovering from the laughter. When he says that he believes that Michael Caine was in Zoolander, in which role was he placing Michael Caine? Was he as Zoolander himself? Because I'd watched that film. Oh, he confused Zulu with Zoolander. That's good. I like that. Okay, I'm not seeing any requests for repeats, so I think we're probably good to go. Hey, Mem, good to see you. Jules, don't worry, I am also not remotely drunk. Okay, no requests for repeats, so let's have a look at our answers then for our 5th and 6th round. So round 5, if you can remember back, was name the artist from the song titles. Track number 1 was You Give Love a Bad Name and Always. That was Bon Jovi. So number 1, Bon Jovi. Number 2, Behind Blue Eyes and Won't Get Fooled Again. That was by The Who. Number 3, Haven't Met You Yet and Feeling Good. My Guilty Pleasure, Michael Bublé. Number 4, They Long to Be Close to You and Please Mr. Postman. That's the Carpenters. Number 5. That's the Way Love Goes and Together Again. That's Janet Jackson. So there's our first 5. Okay. Number 6. Sorted for Ease and Whiz and Common People. That's by Pulp. I'm Out of Love and Sick and Tired. Anastasia. Number 8. Good Riddance, Time of Your Life and Welcome to Paradise. Good Riddance, Time of Your Life might be my favourite song of all time. That's by Green Day. Love that song. Number 9. Jolene and Islands in the Stream is by infamous Dolly Parton. And finally, number 10. No Sleep Till Brooklyn and Intergalactic. That's the Beastie Boys. And Chris jumped in ahead when we were asking the questions and confirmed that yes, none of these artists have had a UK number 1. So Chris Hayes' team got an extra 2 points for getting in there first. 10 out of 10 for the Lockdowners. Well played indeed. Fabulous. I thought a couple of those were quite hard. I wouldn't have got Anastasia. I wouldn't have got Janet Jackson. 10 out of 10 for the Lockdowners. 10 out of 10 for David Whitehead's team. 10 out of 10 for the Monktons. Okay, clearly not as hard as I thought it was going to be. Well played, everyone. Chris, you say you're sorry, but you're 2 points up, so you can't be that sorry. 9 out of 10. 46.5 out of 50 for the Monktons. 10 out of 10 for the Serious Professionals on 48. Still only a point and a half ahead. The Hunter Joneses, only 7 out of 10. 39 out of 52. Very kindly counting it as 52 there. 42 out of 50 for the Edmondses. Half a point behind the Edmondses, David's team on 41.5. We're old enough to remember Michael Caine in Zoolander. Absolutely, Chris. Clearly a genuine mistake, which is why I'm very happy to give you the points. Don't worry about it. 46.5 out of 50 for the Lockdowners. My dad's saying, is Zoolander where he blew the bloody doors off? Chris Hayes, team 42, joint with the Edmondses. But the Lockdowners, 1.5 behind Serious Professionals. That's the competition for first place. It's all going to come down to the final round. Excellent stuff. Okay. Let's move on to the answers to our final round then. So round number 6 was our movie music. I'll play the clip again, and it's naming the movie that the music is famous for or from. So track 1 was it is, of course, Ride of the Valkyries. Ride of the Valkyries from Apocalypse Now. So track 1, Apocalypse Now. He blew them off with Magnum. You sure it wasn't Blue Steel, Paul? You're quite right, yes, Rise of the Valkyries also in Fantasia, but I do feel it's more famous for being in Apocalypse Now. Too sexy, YouTube will ban that. Oh, of course they will. Track number 2. Bit synth out. Is of course Born Slippy, which is from the movie Trainspotting. That's a good track. I enjoyed listening to that. When I was putting this round together, a lot of the tracks, I'm like, oh, I like that. And I add it to a playlist to listen to later. So track number 2, I was looking for Train Spotting. Number 3. Sounds like this. Oh, it's the quiet one. The track, of course, is Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter. And I won't be specific on the film because Hedwig's theme is used in all 8 movies. And it's a lovely piece of music. So track 3, I will accept Harry Potter. If you named a specific film, that's fine. As long as you said Harry Potter, that's absolutely fine. Number 4. Is of course Austin Powers. Again, that piece of music was used in all 3 films, so I'll accept Austin Powers. If you named an individual Austin Powers film, that is also fine. Track 4, Austin Powers. Track number 5. I think this one's caught a few people out. Great piece of music. And it is from 633 Squadron. 633 Squadron. Great piece of music. And it is literally, it was written for this movie. Was Michael Caine in this one? You know, Dan, I have absolutely no idea. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I don't know that much about 633 Squadron. I found the track in a album of best movie themes and was like, that's a great piece of music. Actually, now I think about it, Jules, can you download that movie for me? I'd quite like to see it. Track number 6. It is, of course, 2001, A Space Odyssey. 2001, A Space Odyssey. Paul McCartney is not in any of these, Nina. He blocks all my recordings and all my streams. I got to use as little Paul McCartney as possible. Very careful about his copyright. Paul, you owe Matt 10 quid. Tell me what for. And Jules, sorry, I don't know what I was talking about. I was clearly talking nonsense. And my dad owns the book of 633 Squadrons, and he bought it in 1959. It's got a great soundtrack, the movie adaptation. Well, at least the one song I've listened to does. Anyway, track 6, 2001, A Space Odyssey. Track number 7. Axel F. Axel F, made popular by Beverly Hills Cop. Track number 7, Beverly Hills Cop. Apparently the 633 Squadron book didn't have a theme tune. And Paul bet everyone it was Battle of Britain and not Dam Busters, and you were all wrong. Well, Paul, if you bet everyone that it was Battle of Britain, not Dam Busters, and they were all wrong, well, don't you owe everyone £10, including me? Asking for a friend. Track number 8. Looking for a specific film here. It's Kiss from a Rose. And this is from Batman Forever. Track number 8, Batman Forever. Number 9. One of my favourite films. One of my favourite series of films. Back to the Future. Wonderful films. And they stand up today. Absolutely excellent. Track number 9, Back to the Future. And our final one, track number 10, Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel. And it was made famous in The Graduate. Track number 10, The Graduate. So here are all 10 of those answers. Add up your scores and let me know how you've got on. Have the Lockdowners managed to catch up and overtake the Serious Professionals? Ah, wow. A Stokes point has been issued. As my dad has asked, do I get a point for knowing that the aeroplanes were mosquitoes? Or then asked what material the mosquitoes made from, and my dad confirmed they were made out of balsa wood. And my dad, and Paul has issued a Stokes point. Very impressive. 9 out of 10 for for the Monktons. Damn you, Back to the Future. Perfect score for Miles Asseter. The hand of God helped me Google. In terms of Diego Maradona, of course. Chris Hayes' team, 54 out of 60. That is an excellent score. Well played indeed. David Whitehead's team, 49.5 out of 50. The Monktons, 1.5 ahead of Chris Hayes' team on 55.5. The Hunter Joneses on 48. The Serious Professionals losing 2 points in that final round. They're on 56. That's still currently the leader by just half a point ahead of the Monktons. Edmonds is 51 plus 1 Stokes points. Do they have an enhanced rarity value? They are extremely rare. I've never seen a Stokes point before. That is quite a thing to see. The question is, did we see the reduced Lockdowners? How did they do in that final round? Did they pull it back? 56.5 by half a point. The reduced Lockdowners take the win ahead of the Serious Professionals. Well played indeed. Good grief, what a close game that was. Crikey. So, Andrea, how much did your team get in that final round? Was that a clean sweep? Mem says it's a fix. Fabulous stuff. Before everybody goes, I would just like to ask, I've got one question I'd like to ask you all. Looking at the schedule, looking at when we've got quizzes coming up, the next quiz will be in 2 weeks' time, as always, which will be the 11th of December. The quiz after that, as they're Friday evenings, is meant to be Christmas Day. So what I'd like to do is I'm curious for all of you who are watching, because you are the core audience, you're here every other week, which is fantastic. What would suit you? I'm definitely going to do a Christmas-themed quiz, but when would you like me to do it? I'm happy to do it. So I could do it Christmas Day. I could do that, but I imagine you don't all necessarily want to spend Christmas Day watching YouTube. So I'm happy to do it Christmas Eve. I'm happy to do it the day after Christmas, do it on Boxing Day. if you could let me know in the comments what would be best for all of you, and I'm very happy to go along with what works for you. I've got Christmas Eve, Boxing Day for us is fine. Of course, Miles, you're a day ahead, so whatever day we pick, day after for you. Okay, I'm seeing quite a quick consensus for Christmas Eve. Paul is saying he'd like me to do the Christmas quiz right now. Fabulous. That doesn't help. I've got a vote for Boxing Day as well. You think I should do it on Zoom? You know, Miles, if you want me to do it on Zoom, I can do it on Zoom. And if I did it on Zoom, thanks to new technology I acquired, thanks to KCC, I could even pull your videos onto the screen with me. Boxing Day is best for us. Working most of Christmas, so whatever suits me. Sounds awesome. My taxes. Zoom, that sounds like work. The consensus looks to be Christmas Eve. That's fine for me. If that changes at all, we've got another quiz between now and then, so we can talk about it then. But let's pencil it in for Christmas Eve for now. Great idea if we could see each other. The only risk with being able to see each other, what time on Christmas Eve? Again, it'll be usual time, 8 o'clock. That works for me. Don't think I'm working Christmas Eve, so I can change that if you'd like to. Teams can't discuss answers between them if on Zoom. You're absolutely right there. That's one of the reasons why I've always done this on YouTube. When I first started this back in April, 21 quizzes ago. That's one of the reasons I did it on YouTube rather than Zoom or on MS Teams. Nina says, I can't sit in my pants if we use cameras. Well, not everyone has to be on camera. Christmas Eve difficult for us being for those of us being Father Christmas. That's a very fair point. Whatever, buddy, you do you, and you're a legend for doing it. Everyone do a thing in chat for Robin being a legend or similar terminology with which you are comfortable. Thank you all very much indeed. That's very kind. I do appreciate it. Okay, well, let those of you who talk to me, let's chat about it. What do you mean being Father Christmas? I've got no idea. It's a complete mystery to me. You're all going to make me blush. Thank you very much indeed. I do appreciate it. I'm glad you all enjoy it. Those of you who talk to me on a regular basis, chat with me over the next few weeks, and then we'll figure out a convenient time when we can do this for Christmas, because I'm absolutely going to do a Christmas-themed quiz. Before I started doing quizzes every other week on YouTube, I usually did a quiz at Christmas at work, and then I do it for the family as well. So I'm quite looking forward to doing a Christmas quiz again. So I do want to make sure that I can put it on at a time which is convenient for everyone. And I don't really mind when we do it at all. So let's work it out. There must be a solution somewhere. Even if I just pick one, then fine, I'll do it. Okay, so we can figure all that out. Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, whatever. We'll figure it out. I don't mind. Boxing Day would give me more time. So that's a plus. So thank you all very much, and that was all really very kind of you all. I really appreciate it. So let's have a chat about it, and I'll look forward to talking to you all again in 2 weeks' time. I will next be on, looking at my diary, on Friday the 11th of December from lovely Tier 3 Kent. Is Santa allowed to come into Tier 3? Santa is wonderful. He's magic. He's also extremely good at social distancing. If you were to see Santa, or Father Christmas, rather, then, well, you don't. No one sees him. He's really good at keeping that 2 meter, 6 foot distance. I've heard about Santa. Really, he is as essential as Primarch, so he will of course be working in Tier 3. The Monktons are in Tier 2. Crikey, but we're not here. Also, Santa has a fine selection of wonderful masks. They're all lined with fluff. Very comfy. Keeps him warm. When he's right up there in the sky, it's cold. Cold, so he's got to keep himself warm. Okay. I'm going to bring it to an end there. I'm going to say thank you all very much for playing. As always, it's an absolute delight. Lovely to hear from you all. Thank you all so very much for all your comments on YouTube. It really makes this a lot of fun for me to see you all chatting. I think that's absolutely great. It really makes my evening. So good night, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you all very much for playing, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Good night, everyone. Oh, and Lewis, take me away.
It's Robin's quiz, starring Robin, got a green screen and a PowerPoint with lots of knowledge. It's Friday night, starring Robin, grab your husband, wife or kids, it's time for answering questions. I just hope there's no Star Wars around tonight. Robin's quiz.
You can be my guiding light. Keep me company in the night. That's all I need. All I want is for you to stay a little longer now. With arms around me like a border. Like the air I breathe, I'll let you in. Keep me warm underneath my skin. 'Cause I'm giving in to your touch. I can never get enough. Diving deep into the ocean.
Thank